In this video, we're going to talk about the concept of output quotas and the effects that these quotas have on economic efficiency. Okay, so let's start by drawing the graph that we always start with, which is a market in equilibrium. Oops. Okay, so we have our upward sloping supply curve as usual, and our downward sloping demand curve. Okay, and if you watched my previous videos on price floors and price ceilings, which I would highly recommend before watching this video, you'll remember that there's a concept called consumer surplus, producer surplus, the sum of which gives us economic surplus. So to review, the area that's above the equilibrium price line, which is here, below the demand curve, to the left of the quantity exchanged line. Actually, that's already implied, I guess, by being below the demand curve. This would be our quantity exchanged line. And of course, to the right of the p-axis is called consumer surplus. So that's that top triangle over there. Okay, and then the area below the equilibrium price line, above the supply curve, and of course to the right of the axis, gives us our producer surplus. And of course we have the identity CS plus PS equals ES. ES is our economic surplus. So this entire area that I'm shading in orange is our economic surplus at equilibrium, right? Very important, at equilibrium. And the economic surplus, as we've seen in previous videos, shows us the amount of benefit, social benefit, quote unquote, that is being produced by the fact that QE units of the good are being exchanged at price PE. And then, of course, we saw that price ceilings and price floors reduce the amount of economic surplus by reducing this quantity exchanged here, and that results in something called deadweight loss. Okay, so if none of this sounds familiar, please go and review those previous videos. Now, turns out that there's a final way that the government can impose a policy that results in deadweight loss in our simple model, right? And that's called an output quota. So an output quota is simply a government mandated maximum quantity. Okay, so for example, if the government sets an output quota, say, at, let's get rid of that arrow here, at QO for output quota, then what the government is saying is you are not allowed to exchange more goods than QO. So all of these exchanges here that would have previously been happening under equilibrium conditions are now no longer happening. So that would be our deadweight loss. Okay, and of course the price would increase to the price that corresponds to this point here. So we could call that PO for the price of output. Why would the price rise to that level? Well, at this level of output, suppliers are willing to sell the good, at this price down here, but knowing that consumers are willing to buy the good at this price up here, they will of course charge the higher price. Okay, so that's how output quotas work. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe and share it with colleagues, friends, and classmates. And of course, leave a comment down below if you have suggestions for further videos, and I will see you in next video.